The curse of knowledge can have an effect on all public speakers. The curse of knowledge can best be demonstrated by a simple game, a game that was studied and explained by Elizabeth Newton in 1990, who earned a PhD in psychology at Stanford based on her study. She assigned people to one of two roles, tappers or listeners. Tappers received a list of 25 well-known songs like Happy Birthday and The Star-Spangled Banner. Each tapper was asked to pick a song from the list and tap out the rhythm to a listener by knocking on a table. The listener's job was to guess the song based on the rhythm being tapped. Now listen to the results. Over the course of Newton's experiment, 120 songs were tapped out, but listeners guessed only 2.5%, or 3 out of 120. Now you may wonder how this result was worthy of a dissertation in psychology. Before listeners guessed the name of the song, Newton asked the tappers to predict the odds that listeners would guess correctly. This is what is stunning. Tappers predicted that the odds were 50%. They got their message across one time in 40, but tappers thought they were getting it across one time in 2. The problem here is that tappers have been given knowledge, the song title, and it makes it impossible for them to imagine what it's like to lack that knowledge. When they're tapping, they can't imagine what it's like for listeners to hear isolated taps rather than a song. This is the curse of knowledge. Once we know something, we find it hard to imagine what it was like not to know it. Let me repeat that because that's very important. Once we know something, we find it hard to imagine what it was like not to know it. Our knowledge has cursed us, and it becomes difficult for us to share our knowledge with others because we can't really recreate our listeners' state of mind. Now, the curse of knowledge has several important implications for public speakers. First, as you plan and prepare your speech, put yourself in your listener's position. Walk a mile in their shoes. Second, ask yourself, knowing what my listeners know, how much research or how much evidence or how much background information do I need to support the points of my speech? Third, because of what my audience already knows about my topic, what kinds of research, what types of evidence, what personal experience, facts, knowledge, opinions are likely to be most effective? Allow these answers, the answers to these questions, to help you guide your research and development, your preparation efforts. Find out more about the curse of knowledge by visiting publicspeakingrules.com.